welcome to Impact Talks director Ingrid Serban and creative producer Tarek Munib of the documentary Free Trip to Egypt. So first, let's chat with director Ingrid Serban, a Romanian-American award-winning film director and musician. She studied classical piano and voice in Romania from a young age, then continued with her musical pursuits along with acting and filmmaking in America, working with her mentor and friend, Academy Award nominated and Grammy Award winning director Peter Bogdanovich. Her directing career began with a film she made on an iPhone 4, for which she won the Best Short Film Award from the Albuquerque Film and Music Experience, and a year-long challenge to write, direct, produce, and score one short film per month. A resident of San Francisco Filmhouse X and board member of the Telegrass Film Festival, she's also the writer, director, and cinematographer of the feature documentary Strigoi, The Real Vampires of Transylvania. Serban has a special eye and talent for connecting with people to bring out each person's uniqueness through the camera. Welcome to Impact, Ingrid.
Thank you. That's quite the introduction.
Quite an introduction. Well deserved.
I think I want to take it with me everywhere I go.
I will certainly go with you because like you said, you have an eye for talent. So you find some talent here.
Oh, absolutely.
Wonderful.
So much of it.
But you know what? What an amazing endeavor. But first of all, tell me, how did you come to the United States? Because that's what everybody wants to know about immigrants. How did they get here? What's your story?
It's an interesting story because I came here not planning to stay.
Really?
Mm-hmm. I was in Romania. I was going to law school. I had just finished my third year, and I had made friends from the U.S. a couple of years prior in Romania, and they were saying, you have to come visit, you have to come visit. And, of course, I watched Beverly Hills 90210.
Oh.
And I thought, I want to go see how it's, how everything is. So I applied for a visa, and they gave it to me, which was a big surprise because they denied almost everyone.
See, everyone that wants a visa doesn't get it. If you don't want it and you show up anyway, then you get it.
Yeah, I thought the man had made a mistake. So I said, did you say you're going to give me the visa? And
he would have
yes.
said no.
So then I came for the month. And the month went by really, really fast. And I stayed with the girls. There were a group of 6 girls in the apartment. And I still had 2 months left of the summer.
Okay.
So we were like, just stay longer. I said, well, I could. So I applied for an extension for my visa. And instead of getting 2 months, they gave me 6 months.
Wonderful.
And then I was looking at the visa and I thought,
what am I going to do with 6 months?
Exactly. But just to backtrack just a tiny bit is as soon as I landed in LAX, I could really feel the difference between Romania, the way I grew up, the atmosphere, and sort of the lightness and the sunshine, and anything is possible.
Oh, wonderful.
Here, yeah. So
that
I really
American
felt
dream
that. Yeah.
began to sink in. Right.
Yeah, it really was dazzling.
That's amazing.
So then I stayed for the 6 months. I talked to my parents, and my mom, always the practical woman, says, well, don't just sit around. Go to school.
Go to school. Don't just sit around.
So I went and applied at a couple of schools, and I got accepted into one, and I got a scholarship, and I went back to music. I left law to the side and went back and got a music degree.
So that's interesting. So you switched from law to music. Is it because now you found this myriad of opportunities, or?
I'd always done music.
Okay.
So when I was 2 years old, I knew I wanted to play the piano.
Okay, I see.
And I went to music school in Romania. So law school was just something my mom wanted me to do, to be a normal person.
Just in case things don't work out.
Contingency plan, exactly.
Absolutely.
But then when I had the opportunity to go back to music, it was just.
So how did you get into directing?
So I did acting for a while here in LA, and
the typical LA story. I've actually had an agent before, but I was a mess at auditions.
Oh dear, they're very difficult. I think most people are a mess at auditions.
When you come to LA, you have to try it out.
Yeah, absolutely.
Okay, I messed it up for some people, I think.
Hey, if this is your first time visiting TIMTV channel, make sure you hit the subscribe button here below and ring the notification bell so you will be notified when we post new content.
Tell me, you said directing Free Trip to Egypt. Now, you're the director of the documentary.
Correct.
A Free Trip to Egypt, and that it was one of the most exhilarating, worthwhile challenges you've tackled so far. Why?
Yes. Because I jumped in for two reasons.
Okay.
One, because the idea was compelling to me, and because the film I was already working on was dealing with this similar idea of removing stigma and prejudice against people who are different than you are.
Yes.
So the vehicle of telling that story for me makes a lot of sense because I was born in Transylvania, and vampires are such a fascinating topic, and it is a fascinating topic, period.
I'm going to have an episode on just that.
I know, right?
You'll be sure to come.
I would love to.
Yes.
So then the topic itself of
the Islamophobia.
Exactly. So that was the one reason, and the other one was Tarek, because we talked, and within the first 2 minutes of our conversation, I just felt like we were really connected and really understood.
Yeah. So what's the goal for this?
For the film?
Yeah, for the film. What are you hoping to accomplish?
Well, I mean, there are a couple of answers to that question. So as a director, what I would want is for the viewer to experience what it's like to go to Egypt and meet these amazing people who I fell in love with. So I'm really good friends with most of our cast at this point.
Yes. Wonderful.
And I'm hoping that the story, the way we built it and the way we edited, that it would take you on a journey where at the end of the day you feel like you've gone there and you feel like you've met people from Egypt, and the next time you hear Egypt on TV, you're not thinking like, oh, terror, but you're thinking like, oh, those wonderful people that I would love to meet someday.
Yes. I'm hoping that beyond the running period for this film, that people and viewers will be able to access it. How else can they access it beyond the time? Because I think by the time we air this out or put it on a channel, YouTube channel, it would have already been through the theaters. Tell us our viewers how they can see it now, and beyond that, do you have plans for further opportunities for viewers to see it? Because we really need this kind of content.
Yes, absolutely. So the best way to stay abreast on all Free Trip to Egypt events is to go to the website, which is freetriptoegypt.com.
Okay.
And on there are several options. You can host a screening. You can find out when it's screening in your own town. Okay. You can become an ambassador.
Fantastic.
You can there are all kinds of ways to participate and help us spread the word. So we're looking at VOD platforms and streaming. But before then, we're still looking into a theatrical distribution option. But again, the best way is to get on freetriptoegypt.com and join our mailing list and stay in touch. We're looking to create a community around this film.
Okay, wonderful. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Well, our listeners have heard, and hopefully having this conversation, thank you so much for that amazing work, will begin to dispel some of the stigma that we have around people we don't understand. Just get to know us. And this is Impact with Pamela Anchang on Pacifica Radio, KPFK 90.7 FM. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thanks for watching today's video. For more TIMTV videos about immigrant lifestyles, click on the subscribe button here below and ring the notification bell so you will be notified when we upload new content. We upload new content every single week. See you next time on TIMTV.